Hello guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. I'm Sam. If you happen to be new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I actually got new hair products, this new leave-in conditioner, and it smells amazing. Excuse this towel here. I've been treating for spider mites for the last week. It's been god-awful. I thought we could walk around and go check out some growth updates because you guys seem to really like those types of videos. I have a lot of new growth to share with y'all, some pretty exciting things. So yeah, I thought that would be fun. And then we're also going to be looking at some of my neglect. I've been neglecting some of my plants, not like currently, but over the last month or so. I just was in kind of like a funk a little bit and wasn't taking the best care. Honestly, I've seen damage on a few of my plants that was a little bit suspect, that I knew deep down was probably spider mites, and I convinced myself otherwise. I was like, nah, it's probably like underwatering or something like that, you know? And I just let it be, and now spider mites have ravished through my collection yet again. This happens to me at least once a year, I swear. Anyways, if this sounds fun to you, then stick around, hang tight, and let's go look at some new growth updates and neglect as well. Both. Yeah. Plant growth updates. Washa! Okay, first we're going to start over here and look over my messy house, please. Please. I should also mention I'm getting either the IKEA cabinet or a grow tent to put a bunch of my plants in. That's going to free up a lot of space for me. We're also installing some more hooks, so bear with me. I just have plants everywhere. I do still have my new Orbifolia just kind of chilling here, so still got to find a place for her. All right. This is my Philodendron Florida Ghost. This is his newest leaf right here. Super, super cute. He's looking pretty good. You honestly never know what this plant's going to give you. It's beautiful. Really can't wait till he matures a little bit more. Up here in my window, we have this beautiful orchid. This is Psychopsis Mendenhall Hildos. I've had this for, I don't know, honestly, probably close to 6 months now. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I heard that this plant likes a lot of light, so it gets really nice direct morning sun in this window, and then kind of like indirect light the rest of the day. Check it out, guys. It's putting off a new shoot right here. It's going to be a brand new leaf. Look at it. It's like a little taco. It's so cute. I'm just obsessed with this plant, honestly, even though it hasn't done anything until now. Because, I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. Now that it's finally starting to grow, I can't wait to see what that new leaf's going to look like. And hopefully I can get her to bloom for me. I have moved my little Hoya Bordinii over here. These were her two newest leaves. She shut off the stem, but she still hasn't given me any more leaves since these two. So it's been a couple months. This beautiful Dischidia ovata still pushing out new growth like crazy. And this little Cryptanthus also, it bloomed and now it's putting off all of these little babies everywhere. They're so cute, you guys. Oh my gosh, my Philodendron billeti. Finally, I have an update. Oh no, a piece of it just came off. That sucks butt. Anyways, yeah, so I haven't had an update on this billeti in the longest time. Well, you guys know I rotted it, I lost its leaves, so I rerooted it in sphagnum moss, and while it was living in sphagnum moss, it put off all these leaves, like 3 leaves, right? And they look super funky, like the stems are all like curled, and it's just really weird. Probably like 6 or 8 months ago, I was like, okay, well, it's fully rooted, it's growing, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in soil. And so I did, and guess what? It didn't do jack. It had a tiny little growth point for the last like 6 months. It wasn't growing. I actually contemplated on selling this a couple different times because I was just so frustrated with it. This was like a dream plant of mine for so long, and I just wouldn't do anything. I took a look at it and noticed the growth point had grew like the tiniest bit, okay, just the tiniest bit, and that's more than it has done in half a year. I immediately pulled it from that listing. I was like, no, we're gonna keep it and see what happens. These suckers are expensive, like just hold on to it. So I did, and here we are. He is putting out a new leaf. There's another new growth point right here. Hopefully I can get this guy looking good and not so funky, and I don't know, he just does his own thing. I really don't know what else to say about him. Like, he's just crazy. Pearls are doing really well, you guys. Look at this one. And then I have my smaller one over my little succulent stand. Doing really good up here. This guy shooting off this Hoya snowball. Well, bam. Okay, now we're gonna move over here, but please look over this. I think actually later on in the week, maybe, I'm gonna do a vlog where we clean all this up, reorganize some plants. And there I also have a really bad spider mite outbreak that I've been treating, so everything's just kind of a mess right now. And here I've got some dead stuff and a couple peperomias I need to move out. pull this out, get rid of it, and I can set some plants down here because it's just unnecessary at this point. If a plant needs higher humidity, I'm just throwing them in Begonia Bubbles pretty much. This baby and his new leaves. I took a cutting of this, actually 2, and sent with an order to 2 different people that had bought a different plant off of me. I just did that to send them a little extra because I like to do that from time to time. This is Monstera stoltipacana, really beautiful plant. Look at my booby cactus. What is she doing? From like right here up, she just got really skinny and started to curl. Down here, these are 2 different plants, you guys. So back here is my Thai constellation, and right here is my little albo that I got in a trade last year. It was a 2-leaf cutting, right? A 2-leaf unrooted cutting, and it's really funky looking too. It had this leaf and this leaf, and yeah, it rooted up really nicely. Started giving me these gorgeous leaves, and then wabam, it gave me its very first fenestrated leaf. Isn't that so cute? And then right after that, it gave me this one, which I'm a little confused because yes, this one has more fenestrations, but it's so small. It's a beautiful leaf, don't get me wrong, but I just find it odd that it's so tiny with all of those slits in it. Like, I don't get it, but it's totally fine. It's beautiful. I love it either way. It's always super exciting whenever your Monstera gets its first fenestrated leaves. We got 2 now, yay! Also, I don't know if I got the video of me chopping up my Splendid up or not. There's 2 cuttings in here, both with roots starting, and then this one's in moss, and then I have the mother plant in the bedroom, which we'll look at in just a minute. It's pushing out a new growth point. I don't know what my Varicosum is doing. It's given me the most gorgeous leaves all this time, and now it's like, probably because it's touching the ceiling. I don't know. I suspect I might have spider mites in here as well. My Melanochrysum is doing the same thing right there. Well, this is my Dark Lord, and you guys, it was putting out an adorable new leaf, and I just like touched it. Like, it was getting ready to unfurl it. I just touched it, and the stem completely snapped off. I could have cried, but we do have a new leaf coming in right there. Little Clarinervum back there has a little growth point in the pot. Probably can't see it, but it's not really doing much. Oh, this is my Philodendron 69866, I think is what it is. I got in a swap last year. Had 1 leaf, okay, 1 old leaf, and it's had to restart, but look at this newest leaf. Oh my goodness, this is like an accurate representation of what these leaves are supposed to look like. Here's a little bit more juvenile one, just like breathtaking, isn't it? Oh, it just stands out so much. Love you. And then let's look up here. So here's my new Jose Bueno leaf. It's kind of tiny, but you know, it's cute, whatever. And then I'm gonna pull this guy out if I can do it without harming him. Because I've been needing to pull this plant down anyway, you guys, and take a look at it because it's got a little bit of funky stuff going on, maybe. This is my Squammy, Philodendron Squamiferum. And I just moved this guy up there right under the Mars Hydro a couple of leaves ago, and yeah, I don't know if it's spider mites or because it's getting too much light from that Mars Hydro, but the leaves are quite damaged. I'm going to check him really good and probably go ahead and treat him because that is not normal. But this was his newest leaf. You can see it's a little bit yellow, a little bit chlorotic, and then it actually was touching the Growlight, so it did get burnt. So I moved it back a little bit, and then here's his newest leaf. I mean, it's growing beautifully. You know, it's doing fantastic in that aspect. It's just the leaves are really turning chlorotic. But definitely one of my favorite plants, hands down, no doubt about it. And he grows really well for me. So I love this guy. You guys just keep your fingers crossed that I don't have spider mites in here as well, because this is just going to be a complete nightmare. Here's the chocolate aglaonema, again, just chilling until I figure out where it's going to go exactly. Oh, and then we have Syngonium rayi that has a couple yellow leaves I need to remove. Probably also has spider mites. I should just name this Come Find Spider Mites with Me. Yeah, this is my little rayi. If you guys remember, he was just a teeny baby when I got him, and oh my god, his leaves are getting to be a pretty good size. I love it. So give me this leaf and this beautiful leaf. Ooh, I see a gnat. Get out of here. I guess this right here would be his newest leaf. Oh, he has gnats bad. I gotta do something about this, you guys. The leaves are literally like suede. pretty neat. And my Veitchii down there, I actually forget about him all the time because he's so little. I really need to move this guy out where I can keep a better eye on him. I was checking him out the other day and I noticed that he did put off a new leaf because this was the only leaf that he had that was ribbed, and I removed a couple of his older ones that turned yellow. And this one has some ribbing on it, so that's definitely a new baby leaf there. Isn't it cute? This is basically just succulents and Hoya, my goldfish plant. That guy has a yellow leaf, yay. Oh, this begonia and her new leaves. She always has new leaves though. And then also my Hoya affinis that I have to get a bigger pole for like ASAP. It's seriously like has to happen right now. Look at all her new leaves. Now we are in my bedroom. This is where the spider mite damage took place. That's why I've got a towel there. I'm still actually treating plants. I've got all these and all these, but now I need to move over here because I'm sure there's some mites over here as well. This is what happens when you neglect your plants. Like you see signs of pests and you just kind of like ignore it. You're like, nah, it's probably from underwatering. It's probably from this, it's probably from that. No, it's probably freaking spider mites and they're gonna ravish through your entire collection if you don't do something right then and there. So just a little tip. Here's my Syngonium mottled, which I don't know why I've always called this plant Syngonium molted, and I've had people correct me for it, and I thank you because I feel like such a dummy. Like, I don't know why I call it molted. No idea, like, what is molted? But it's mottled because it has, obviously, has mottled variegation. So we have the spider mite leaves down here that came in really deformed and wonky, which was actually really fun. And the variegation on these was really sectorial. But now that the leaves are coming in the normal shape, and they're getting larger, it is very, very much mottled variegation. And yeah, it's just gorgeous. So these are his newest leaves here. Yeah, this one too, really cute. Which one's his newest? I guess this here would be his newest leaf, the one he just unfurled. It's just so, so pretty. I can't even, this Syngonium is, So there's him, and then down here, this is Hoya serrajoensis. He's got these two cutie new leaves right here. Look at that sun stress. I was low-key freaking out when I was cleaning these leaves with alcohol because I did not want to piss off the new leaves there and have him drop them. I would be so sad. Oh, and then my first ever Phalaenopsis that my husband got me is blooming. Lovely. So look over the mess. This is the mother plant to my Splendid. This is a really, really old leaf. It was way up there and I chopped it into like 4 pieces. So I still have this long vine here, but if we look right here, I was actually hoping, excuse my husband's work hat, I was actually hoping maybe it would put off a growth point on down the stem, but it's not. It of course is putting off a growth point up here where it was chopped at, but that's fine. I can't wait to see the new leaves. It looks like there's another little growth point potentially starting right here as well. Hopefully the mama plant can grow back out and not be so leggy. We'll see. Maybe I'll end up chopping it at this node anyway and taking it from there. I don't know, but this is the mama. Let's move over here to some of my favorite plants. First of all, we have my bird of paradise, which I've already shown you in my haul video that it's putting out 2 leaves. Here's Philip, my Futile Fig. It took him a really long time to acclimate to this new home after we moved, and I did burn his leaves a couple of times with this round grow light, but he's looking pretty good. See, like right there. He's looking pretty good all in all. He put off this leaf and this leaf last month, I guess. Now he's putting off this one and another little baby right there. He's actually thirsty, so I need to get him a drink of water, but I love this guy. Yeah, I really love him. He's been such a joy to grow, honestly, like so much fun. So this definitely appears to have spider mites. I mean, it just doesn't look great, but this is my new Bipedifolium aurea leaf and they're all curled. I'm like, what is your problem? I know it's not thirsty, so damn. My Philodendron Thematophylum, like look at this. 100% that is spider mite damage. 100%. Oh, it's just so annoying. This was his newest leaf here. He was doing really good, and now, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's spider mites on there. This is my Alocasia Black Velvet, and this is her newest leaf here. So sweetie and pretty. Oh, and then my Syngonium Eurythophyllum. This was its newest leaf. And you can see, I mean, it's just so shiny. It almost looks like leather. Incredible. You can really see the details there, wow, of the leaf. yeah, spider mites. But at least this leaf's bigger than the last one, so that's a good thing, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing after I get done filming here. I'm going to be treating these plants over here next. And my Bipedifolium, I had this living in the plant room underneath my Mars Hydro, and it put off this leaf and this leaf. There's 2 stalks in here. These huge leaves in comparison to the older leaves, like they're massive. And it just completely outgrew like that spot because there's a shelf up high kind of, and like it was just too tall. So I moved it in here, and now it's giving me smaller leaves again, which sucks. So I don't know, it's just kind of a bummer. This one looks like it might be a decent size. Yeah, that one's gonna be pretty big, but purple Growlights just aren't enough to get the really big leaves on this like I want, so kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So if we move into my Begonia Bubbles, okay, I have a couple fun things in here. So I think I told you guys that I discovered root rot and spider mites on my El Chaco probably about 2 months ago now. So yeah, I lost all of his leaves except for this one, which was a newer one at that point in time. So I lost his leaves. I put him in moss and stuck him in this Begonia bubble, and I haven't checked him, but I'm pretty sure that he is rooted, because if we look right here, which they can grow without having roots, but I assume that it's probably rooted, was, you know, my #1 wishlist plant forever. So I'm just really happy I was able to catch the root rot in time and save the plant. And I'm really happy to see this new leaf and what it's going to look like. It looks like it's a decent size. It's not teeny tiny. So definitely a good thing, you guys. Had to share that with y'all because, yeah, it's such a relief. It's like, shoo, wipes forehead, you know? Here's the theorium luxurians ex radicans. And his newest leaf right there, coming in beautifully. Love this little baby. This begonia, he actually needs a drink, but he just has all the new leaves coming in at all times, truly. And then if we move, oh gosh, if we move on into this Begonia bubble, look you guys, look. My Bromark's Fantasy and his newest leaf, eek. I was really nervous about him putting out this new leaf. Whenever I seen the growth point first emerge, which was literally like a week after he arrived to me. But I was nervous because I've heard so many people talk about how, you know, they can't get them to grow right. The leaves come in ripped and torn and tiny and deformed and distorted and all of that good stuff. So I knew he was going to be in an enclosed space, and he has been. And it took him a little while to fully push it out and unfurl it, but the new leaf looks, honestly, it looks pretty good, and it looks to be a similar size to all his previous leaves, so I'm very happy with that. There is another growth point coming in right there, so yeah, my little Bromark's Fantasy, super cute. This is a Begonia Taco Night that I took a leaf cutting. I took a leaf cutting and grew this little baby. And it's doing really good. This is his newest leaf right here. Very cute. I love little begonia babies. And then my Begonia luxurians is also doing well. Sometimes he will crisp up his new little leaf bundles, and then other times he has like 15 coming in at a time. Like, you really never know. But right now he's doing pretty good. Ooh, look at that new leaf there. There's a new leaf right there, and it's so cute. And then all the cutesy new leaves on my Begonia Chayo or Kayo, or however you say it. My begonias are doing pretty well in their bubbles. They love their bubbles. And then this anthurium here, you guys, is my anthurium Variegated that absolutely threw a fit in shipping when I got this. It might have been last year or the beginning of this year, I can't remember, but it threw an absolute fit and lost every single one of its leaves. It didn't actually lose them. I just actually lost the last one probably a couple months ago, but they were all crisped up and holy and just looked horrifying. And this one looks pretty crappy too, not even gonna lie, but it finally started to, I put it back in moss and it finally started to push out this growth point, and this is the new leaf. It does look a little bit Yankee, but whatever, it's a new leaf, you know, it's trying its best here, so I'm gonna give it some credit, and it's a really good size for, you know, starting back at nothing. Oh, and then I completely forgot, this was setting up there. This is my Anthurium Magnificum and his new leaf coming in right there. I need to fill up this humidifier in here for these plants because I actually haven't in a good while. This is my Alocasia frauduck. It basically went dormant for a brief period of time. For a few months it didn't have any leaves, and it's pushing out, well, it already pushed out clearly and unfurled this little cutie leaf, which has some mite damage. Yay, love that. But hey, it's growing. And then also my poor ficus were doing good for me. Like, I was nervous about these Ficus Audreys, if you remember, whenever I got them. I mean, they've been doing super awesome, pushed out this new leaf. My variegated one pushed out a new leaf too. I can't remember which one. I think it was this one. And then they both ended up with spider mites. Go figure, right? But they did give me new leaves, so that is a good thing. Bathroom is a disaster, so please look over it. But check out this Dischidia, y'all. It loves this spot right here. Like, it loves this skylight. It's growing like mad, shooting out all of those vines up the macrame. So happy. It's so beautiful. I'm really loving this plant as of lately, especially. Like, I don't know, I just love the way it looks hanging there. I think it's so beautiful. I've got these plants in here because I was treating them for spider mites. This one went a little long without water, but this is my painted lady. I also have to stick her up to this pole. But, and look over my messy bathtub. Ew, nobody wants to see that, right? But this is her newest leaf here. Gorgeous. Oh, and then we have this Dieffenbachia, which I think is the Tropic Snow. I'm really not 100% sure. But he just gave me this beautiful new leaf here not too long ago. I think he put off another one as well. Maybe this one, or I don't remember. There's a couple different stalks in there though that are producing new leaves. And then this little Syngonium that I cannot remember the name of is growing like crazy also. Like, I love how different all of these leaves look. I mean, no two leaves are the same with this one. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? My Philodendron Glorious, and this is her newest leaf here, which is a freaking shame because spider mite damage. I seen this and I kind of ignored it for a little bit, and here we are. So yeah, that was the new leaf. So pretty. It was beautiful. But right here, she is pushing out another new leaf, so I'm hopeful that it won't be too jacked up from the mites and then the treatment, because I'm just using alcohol, water, and soap. So we'll see. I'll keep y'all updated on that. I'm not going to get her down, but there's my silver sword, and that leaf right there is her newest leaf. It's really cute. And then I actually moved my Adibopoense over here. Look at this big guy. He is huge. He's got a new leaf coming in right there. Yay. And then my Adibopoense, this was his newest leaf here. And he's got another new leaf coming in right there. Yeah. Oh, I love giant philodendron so much. Check this out. This is my Hoya macrophylla. Excuse the sound, but look, it's blooming. Aren't those the cutest things you've ever seen in your life? This is a new Bipedifolium decursiva leaf. I don't know why they're coming in juvenile, because this is clearly a mature plant, but it is, so there's that. I'll take it, I guess. This is a Philodendron Cream Splash. Y'all, look at that creamy ass leaf right there. Ooh, so fancy. And it just has new leaves everywhere, honestly. Like, it's shot off multiple growth points. I moved it to this hanging planter because I really want it to become a trelling plant. And I think it's doing a pretty good job of it so far. What do you guys think? Lipstick plant is growing like, wow. And blooming. Well, the blooms are dying off now, but she's constantly blooming. But check this out. She like is growing back that way and then up the wall. That is really something to see there. Wow. Oh, my Hoya abavada, it shot off this stem here, and all of these leaves here are new. They've already grown a little bit, of course, but yeah, these are all newer leaves. So beautiful, perfectly round, that beautiful pale pink speckling. Oh, I love it. And then he's also putting off these two new leaves as well. I know it's kind of hard to tell because I have so many new Hoya leaves coming in right here. But yeah, those are abavada leaves also. My Australis also doing the same thing, growing like crazy. My Lisa, this is the newest leaf on my macrophyllum as well. This is my Philodendron Florida, just the regular green variety, and he put off this leaf, this little cute chubby leaf here, and then this one. So cute. Guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. I have no idea what I'm even titling it. New growth updates, neglect updates, growth and neglect, new growth plant tour. I don't know. No idea. I never know what I'm going to title these videos literally until I do it. So there's that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me a comment and let me know if you made it all the way through this video. If so, I appreciate you so very much. I love you guys, and I'll see you again really soon. Goodbye.